Good morning. Ira Epstein with your Thursday morning financial market video. And this video is going to deal with the events taking place today, which we have a lot of economic data for the 19th of January, 2023, and the time right now, about 8:35 a.m. Well, we were down a lot more in the stock market. We've rallied back about 150 points, as you can see, 140 points or so in the Dow. We've come back 14 in the S&P and in the NASDAQ, off those lows by almost 200 points if you really look at it. That's quite a move. So don't get me wrong, these markets are moving up and down like a yo-yo very, very fast. The gold market acting better, up $10 as the dollar's under a little bit of pressure, and most of the currencies getting some bids through here. A lot of talk that Ms. Lagarde is really considering a 50 basis point hike at the next ECB meeting. So that's interesting. We're back into the green in the energy markets. And as I said, we had a lot of economic data. So let me just take a look at that with you for a moment. The Philly Fed Business Activity Index came out, and it's not as bad as New York's was. First of all, they expected it a negative 10. They got a negative 8.9, so not as bad. You do see the prices paid. While they're up to 0.245, they're lower than they were at 0.264 in the last report, and that's very important. The Fed wants to see that. We then go to housing starts and building permits, because these are the main numbers. Both down, and these are the smallest amount of, I believe, permits and so on since what? Going back to July. So the question is, will the drop in mortgages, which are near 6% right now, they've come down dramatically from nearly a 6.7, 6.8 to a 6% number roughly, will that spur on as we get later on here towards the spring? More permits, more starts, we'll see what goes on. Remember, there's a lot of people that have already the permits. The question is, winter ends, they'll begin the starts. Here's a number that the Fed cannot like. And again, the jobless claims drop on the weeklies, down to 190,000. They were looking for 215. That's a big miss. But the continuing ever so slow claims are climbing a little bit. We're going to get today, later in the day, the natural gas input, and we're going to also get this afternoon, because of the holiday, we'll finally get today the EIA numbers on what the oil stocks are looking like. So those are things that you've got to look at. But as you can see, coming back, and we have been all over the board. Yesterday, here's what you dealt with: schizophrenia. The market gets what it wants. The market gets the slowdown in retail sales. It gets slowdown in other economic indicators. And remember, the market has been betting against the Fed, saying, they'll never go the whole route. They're not going to let a recession take place. So when they get events that take place on a negative, why the heck do they drop as much? If you're trying to figure that out, great for you. When you get it, let everybody around you know, because I don't have nobody, and I read a lot of reports, nobody's quite got it down. Everybody's going like this, scratching their head, which way is this thing going to end up? What I see, and I'm going to stay with it, is I think we have baked in for February 1st a 25 basis point hike. The Feds will come out, and we saw yesterday Bullard come out, and another Fed member, where they want to see the Fed continuing more aggressive, but others are going to say a quarter point is enough. I think the Fed stays longer with continuing to go quarter, and stays up higher than the market is giving it credit for. I think the market can absorb it over time because the labor market is staying so strong. Yes, I know that you're going to tell me, okay, Ira, didn't we just see Amazon, all these companies, they're laying off like left and right? Yes. In my newsletter this morning, you know that Goldman Sachs just announced 3,000 people coming off the payrolls. What if I tell you today the head of their international division, they're hiring 3,000? What's going on here? The company's really not shedding people if that is the case. So I didn't understand it, still don't understand it. Why do you let them go in one area, keep them in another area? So those are the things I'm looking at. And overall, I'm a bull in two markets? Copper. I'm a bull in the gold market. I think they will survive this turmoil and be good. I have no idea what the grains want to do one way or the other than world supplies are tight. And we're probably very close to the point where Brazil is going to pass U.S. in world corn production. It's amazing, but they keep cutting the forest down there, the Amazon, and they've expanded their production in a big way. Those are things you look at. Natural gas, probably not going to get that much of a bid one way or the other for the time being. And I do want to remind you that we write about this every day, story upon story. And we let you decide, hey, I just want to get things on the stock indices. I want to know what the grain markets are doing. No, I don't need any of that. I want the energies. Oh, I want to see what you guys are doing in the options market. What are you talking about spreads in the cash market? We cover all this, and we allow you to filter through it in a way that you only get what you want. We'd like to send it to you for 2 weeks. It's part of our overall giveaway. How do you get this? It's pretty simple, folks. Simply go to our website, www.iraepstein.com, and under free offers on the top left, it is there. It's the simplest way. You can always give us a phone call at 866-973-2077, and I'll try to get this to work. I believe I did yesterday. You can click up here at the very top at any point, and away you go. We found a workaround. Can't unfortunately use TubeBuddy for it, but we figured a workaround so that our links will work. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourselves a great day. I will see you at the end of the day with our market wrap-up. Trade well today.